I'm Angela Rogliano with Power Over Parkinson's. I'm so excited to introduce our coach today for our Qigong event, Robin Carnes. Robin is a leading pioneer in the effort to bring evidence-based mind-body approaches into mainstream settings. From 2006 to 2012, Robin was yoga and I-rest meditation instructor for a Defense Department acute PTSD treatment program at Walter Reed Medical Center. Out of this work, she co-founded Warriors at Ease, which has trained over 1,500 yoga teachers to teach safely and effectively in military communities. Her work has been featured in the Washington Post, Women's Day magazine, Huffington Post, and Army magazine, as well as the award-winning documentary, Escape Fire, the fight to rescue America's healthcare. Robin was honored by the Smithsonian Institute in 2013 for her work with the military. Robin has practice. If everybody can please mute themselves. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Robin has a private practice working with individuals to address mental and physical challenges with mind-body tools. Recently, Robin co-founded COVID Resilience, which supports organizations and their essential employees to meet the challenges of the pandemic. For fun, Robin chauffeurs her dog Otis, a registered therapy dog, to schools to delight stressed kids and perform his magical tricks routine. And she sings in a 50s to 70s cover band. Robin is a certified yoga therapist, certified yoga teacher, Qigong flow instructor, and a certified I-rest meditation instructor. Without further ado, I will let Robin take it away.
All right. Thank you, Angela. And thank you all for being here today. So I think the best way that we can participate, because I teach a lot on Zoom, I teach Qigong 3 times a week in the morning on Zoom. And I found that the best way to participate will be, since we're going to be doing things with our bodies, and you want to be able to see me, not that you have to do exactly what I'm doing, but to be able to see, what different parts of me are doing. I recommend you go up and pin my little video square. And so to do that, you would just go to the upper right-hand corner of my square and click on those 3 dots. And one of them should be pin. And that means that I'll be bigger on your screen than the other video squares on your screen. So welcome and thank you for being here this morning. I'm excited to introduce, or for some of you, remind you of some of the benefits that Qigong has to offer. So let me give a brief introduction, and most of the time we're going to be moving and breathing together. So I've been practicing Qigong for about 15 years, and it's actually now my personal primary thing that I do to take care of my body more than yoga. As I've aged, I find that Qigong is more aged body friendly. I'm 65, and than some types of yoga. And I love the playfulness of it and how you can do it seated, and you can do it when I was at Walter Reed, I found that it was just very accessible to most bodies. And yoga can definitely be adapted for most bodies too, but not as many people know about the wonders of Qigong. So Qigong is, there are many forms of it. It comes from ancient China, and it's still very alive and being created and revised, and new forms of it being born all the time, all over the world. Qi means life force energy. Okay, so it's like the electricity that turns the lights on in your house or runs your dishwasher. You can't see it, but it's real, and it is a form of energy. Well, the same thing is Qi. Qi is life force energy. It's what animates us. And Gong, G-O-N-G, means work or skills. So in ancient China, they recognized that in order to have the healthiest life possible, the most vital life possible, and the longest life possible, we would learn some skills to take care of this energy battery that each of us has. So that's what we'll be doing today. Qi runs in networks through our bodies, kind of like networks of rivers through our bodies, or again, kind of like the wiring through a building that runs the electricity through it. There's many rivers of Qi through us, and those networks are called meridians. If any of you have ever had acupuncture, Qigong works on the same model of these points and meridians of energy that run through us. In Qigong, our goal is to practice to facilitate an optimal flow of that energy through us, not a fire hose that blasts us, and not a tiny little trickle where we don't have enough energy. It has a direct impact on our nervous system. Each of the movements that we're going to do today have a direct positive effect on our nervous systems. And of course, Parkinson's is a nervous system. Well, the nervous system is central to the disease of Parkinson's, and keeping it as healthy as possible keeps us as healthy as possible. It helps us address the root cause of mental and physical illness, not just the symptoms, but it also does help with symptoms. Let's see, what else do I want to say? We want to be very gentle as we practice. So underdo it. No more than 70% effort at any given time actually yields the best results. And that's very different than many kinds of exercise. But I've seen it happen again and again, that when people are gentle with themselves in Qigong, their capacity grows and grows over time with practice. And let's see, so people find that they are able to feel just more loose and relaxed in their bodies. They have less muscle pain, they have less muscle tightness, they sleep better, they digest their food better, their mood feels more peaceful, they feel a little bit more able to put things in perspective. And all of that happens gradually with practice. So basically anybody can practice Qigong by modifying it to what their own personal body situation is, what your own limitations are on any given day. You can still do the practices as long as you have a body and you can breathe. So we're going to sit today in our practice. If you can and want to stand up, feel free to do that. But I wanted to make this practice as beneficial and accessible as possible. And all the practices are still going to be just as powerful, even though they're very gentle when we sit. So if we're sitting, I recommend you get a chair that doesn't have arms on it, because we're going to be doing things with our arms quite a bit. If you want to stand, of course, just stand. So we're going to start with a movement where we're going to drop our tailbone down. So instead of your lower back having a lot of curve, I think of just pointing the tip of your tailbone down to whatever you're sitting on, or if you're standing, pointing it down towards the floor. Now, let me just take my watch here so I can keep track of our time. And I'm going to have you bring your arms up over your head as far as you can and interlace the fingers, and then turn your palms up and bring your arms, press your palms towards the ceiling without locking your elbows. So we don't want to go all the way straight like this. We always leave a little bit of a curve. So press up, and then we're going to release down. This has a direct impact on our nervous system. Inhaling, flip the palms up, press up, also point your tailbone and bottom of your spine down, and then exhale, bring the hands down. Actually, before we go further, let's stop for a moment. I forgot to do something important. I want you to check before we get into much of the movement and just notice right now, say, how much tension do you feel in your body on a scale of 1 to 10? Feel into your body, sense it, and notice on a scale of 1 to 10. 10 would be excruciating pain, 1 would be no pain at all. And just notice where you are as we're beginning, because we want to end this at least where you are now and perhaps even feeling better. Also notice how much sort of psychological tension or anxiety you're feeling at this moment. So 1 would be really no anxiety, very calm. And 10 would be full on, you're having a panic attack. So notice by sensing and feeling, not by your head deciding, but by noticing in your body. That's where we feel anxiety, is in our bodies. Notice where you are on that scale. 1, very low anxiety, very calm. 10, being very anxious. And so as we go through this practice, we want to notice, are we staying the same? Are we going down on that scale? Are we going up on that scale? We don't want to go up on that scale. So if something we're doing is causing you to go up on that scale towards more pain and more anxiety, then just stop doing that and wait till we start the next exercise. You're paying attention the whole time so you can titrate and regulate what feels best for you. All right, so now let's start with something even a little simpler. So we're going to palms up, inhale, and palms down, exhale. Palms up, inhale. Palms down, exhale. Palms up, inhale. Palms down, exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Hello. Dogs are good for our nervous systems too. Inhale. Exhale. This time, inhale, and as you come up, we're going to interlace the fingers and turn the palms up. Stretch both directions of the spine, and then exhale, bring the palms down, face down, the center of the body. Interlace the fingers, come up, inhale, stretch the spine in both directions, exhale, palms down. Inhale, palms up. Exhale, palms down. If you can only move one of your arms in this way, move one of your arms in this way. It's still going to help. Inhale. We work with what we have. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now place your hands on your thighs if you're seated, and if you're standing, you can just let your hands be alongside your body. Just notice if you feel any difference in just those few moments about anxiety and physical tension in your body. Now we're going to do something called spinal cord breathing. A lot of the tension that gets stuck in our body so that we feel tighter and tighter, it happens along our spinal column. So this exercise is meant to help release some of that tension, some of that stress that gets stuck there, and also reset our nervous system so we're more in our optimal zone of kind of out of fight, flight, and more into like available for life. So we're gonna, on the inhale, we're gonna bring our hands into fists like you have. So let's say, before I say the breath, let's say you had a butterfly in each hand. You don't want to crush the butterfly, but actually for this moment, you don't actually want to let the butterfly go either. So just a soft fist. We're going to first take the hands up and then bend the elbows and do just the chest goes forward, increase the arc of the spine and a little bit of a back bend. And then you're going to bring the elbows together and in towards the belly, forearms and elbows together and in towards the belly. So let's just do that a few times. Reach up, elbows bend, back, arches back a little bit, and elbows and forearms come together. Now let's inhale as we arch back, open the chest, exhale as we bring the forearms and elbows together. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose. Inhale. A little bit of a back bend, even if it's just a hint. Exhale. Again. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Let's do 3 more. Nice and gentle. Remember, underdo it, no more than 70% effort. You don't have to go to your full range of motion to stretch these meridians. And that's partly what we're doing, is we're stretching the meridians so there's more room for the life force to move through and it gets unstuck. I think that was 3. I always lose count. All right, so notice, sense, and feel. So when we notice, it's not that we're evaluating with our mind, we're sensing in our bodies to notice, more pain, less pain, more anxiety, less anxiety, without judging what we're noticing, just paying attention. So these pathways run throughout our bodies. And by the way, if you have a question, feel free to come on mic and ask me, and I'll also stay around for a few moments at the end so you can ask any questions you want to. And I believe that a video of this session will be available on the Power Over Parkinson's website afterwards, because it's being recorded. So the Qi moves in meridians through our bodies like wiring through our house. Sometimes the Qi gets stuck, and where that happens, we could start to feel kind of, there could be some pain, and ultimately could even lead to other kinds of long-term conditions. So we want to keep that electricity, that life force moving through us, and that's all the things that Qigong does. So we're going to tap now through the meridians. It's like giving yourself an acupuncture treatment to keep the Qi flowing, but no needles. So here we go. Just follow along with me. To whatever degree you can, wherever you can reach. We're going to start by cupping the palms and tapping the hands together. So we're going to be tapping our bodies throughout this part of the practice. And our hands become like very like conduits. Our arms and hands become conduits for Qi. It's like we have Qi magic wands that we can direct that life force into different parts of our body through their hands. So the first thing we want to do is wake up the palms of the hands and the wiring down the arms. All right, so now I'll mirror you. Take your left hand and begin to tap, either with a light fist or a flat hand, whatever feels better for you, into your lung, your upper lung. So it's just inside the shoulder joint, not on the bone, but just inside that kind of shoulder's nest. And breathe there. Well, that's the beginning of the lung meridian. So tapping there. So when we do this, we're going to tap every meridian, every major meridian in the body through this little exercise. Now you're going to tap up on the opposite shoulder. So tap it, moving your hands across the midline of the body actually has many, many benefits to the functioning of our brains. It syncs the left and right side of the brain and the left and right side of the body. Now, tapping here, you may feel some tension. Most anything in Qigong should not hurt while you're doing it, but you might feel some tension. That just means there's some stuck or stagnant Qi there. Now, with a flat hand, tap around your shoulder joint. Again, reaching wherever you can reach. If you can't reach a certain area, imagine doing the movement that I'm doing. And then bring that right hand up with your palm up and tap down the inside of that arm all the way down to the palm. Now you're going to flip the bottom hand, the bottom arm over. So the right hand is now facing down, and you're going to tap up that side of the arm back to between the neck and the shoulder. Bring the thumb of the right hand pointing up. I'm mirroring you. And you're going to tap down that side of the arm. And then you're going to tap around the end of the fingers, keeping the thumb side up with the right hand, and tap all the way up into the armpit. Okay, so now we're going to leave the hand kind of loose. So you can see my hand is kind of loose. I do kind of floppy chopping motion there in the armpit. It turns out one of the points in the armpit, it can, when massaged or tapped, can be very helpful for releasing anxiety out of the body, helping bring down anxiety and feeling more calm. Now this hand, your right hand, is going to be tapping at the base of your neck, the C7 vertebra at the base of your neck, that most prominent vertebra. So tapping in the armpit, tapping at the base of the skull. Remember, do what you can do, keep breathing. If you can't do all of this, do the part that you can do, and it will be beneficial. Now, with this left hand, start to tap down the side of the torso. Now you're going to lift the hand up, come back to the armpit, tap down the side of the torso. So this taps right through the liver meridian, and right over the organ of the liver, beneficial to that. Okay, so let's stop for a moment. Take a moment, notice, sense, and feel in your body. What sensations are you experiencing? If we were all together, you'd just be able to tell me, you know, what you feel. But some of the things people often feel are a feeling of vibration, pulsation, tingling. Those are some of the things that people often feel. And those are all sensations of chi on the move. And we want chi on the move because it makes us more vital. Now let's do that same routine on the other side. So bring the hands together. Keep breathing. I know sometimes when we're doing something that is new, we concentrate so hard that we stop breathing. We want to keep breathing through the nose. And actually, I'm going to invite you, if you want to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. That's the most sort of cleansing way to breathe. It helps clear stagnant chi, old chi that's been stuck in our system, and make way for new. So inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. If that works for you, if that's too much to think about, just do the movements that you can and just let your body breathe any way you want. Okay, so take the right hand, soft fist up into the left lung. If you have any congestion in your lungs, you'll likely want to cough here. Let yourself cough. All right, now top between the shoulder and the neck, and I'm actually tapping with a soft fist there. I can definitely feel some tension there. On my dominant side, I have more tightness in the meridians. Right, and then tap around the shoulder joint. Remember, we're just freeing up this stuck stress in our bodies and helping it move through and out, so we have more room for fresh spring chi to come into our bodies. Bring your left hand up, palm up, left arm extended, and tap down the inside of the arm. Tap up. Now palm down and up the arm. Now thumb comes up on the left hand, tap down, and under that arm. So now you're on the underside of the arm. Now we're back in the chopping of the armpit. This is called the Prozac point in acupuncture, in your armpit, and then tapping with one hand at the base of the skull. And breathe. I know this can seem a little wacky, but the proof's in the pudding, and I think most of you are going to feel more open and free in your body, and probably a little calmer when we're finished our practice today. So I'm breathing in and out through the nose, in and out, in through the nose, out through the mouth. And now I'm going to tap down this left side of the body for you guys. This taps right over my stomach and spleen. Beautiful. Okay, take a moment, rest, sense, feel, breathe. Noticing sensations, vibrations, pulsations, heat. You can just feel like this little subtle experience, like something's on the move. Okay, now we're going to do a few more points on the head and the upper body, and then move to the lower body. So the first thing, this is called 10 dragons run through the forest. Take your 10 dragons, your fingertips, and run them through your scalp. You either can tap, where they kind of skip through the forest, or you can take your fingertips and comb your scalp back. This is super good for helping us go out of our fight-flight system, our fight-flight circuitry, and move into our calm, rest, digest, calm and alert self phase or zone of our nervous system. Hard to believe something so simple could have make such a big difference. Another thing I'm going to suggest to you now is that we massage our ears. So the ears have over 100 acupuncture points in them, and they are correlated with all of the meridians. So if you take your ears, I'm not going to be able to do it because I have these AirPods in so you can hear me, but just massage your ears with your thumb and forefinger on both sides, really deeply massaging the ears. This can have enormous effect on calming your nervous system, feeling more relaxed in your body. So just massage your ears, poke your fingers around in little nooks and crannies of your ears. Any place that feels tender, stay there a little bit more, massaging your ears, pulling your ears away from your head while you're massaging. Breathe as you're doing this. Good. And notice the sensations of that. Now we're going to tap with our fingertips right under our eyes, just on the top of our cheekbones. And these are stomach meridian points, helpful for our digestion, also very good for calming anxiety and releasing tension in the body. So breathe as you do this. You might want to do the cleansing breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Now, cross your hands over, find your collarbones, and tap just below the collarbones in that sort of soft gap just under your collarbones where there's not any bones right there. And remember, anytime we're crossing over the midline of the body, we're helping the brain and body sync up with each other, connect, more synapses. All right, and then we're going to tap just between the breasts, so on the sternum. This is a good heart point. Heart is very affected by all of our emotions, not surprisingly. And if we're feeling a lot of emotions, it can be kind of actually harmful to our hearts. Not that it's bad to feel, but it's hard to hold. It's not so great to hold on to feelings for a long time. We want to just be able to feel them and let them go. So doing this helps clear some of the stagnant or built up chi in your heart. And now let's move to addressing our digestion. So we're going to help our digestion by starting off. Your side is you be on the right side, I'll mirror you. Start tapping with both soft fists over on the right side of your belly. So we're going to really help the abdominal organs, on the digestive organs there, wake up and help you to digest your food better, to eliminate better, and so on. So now we're going to come up right under the solar plexus, right under the ribs, and then all the way down just above the pubic bone. And again, you could do this standing up, you can do this sitting down, whatever is better for you. So we're kind of following the large intestine here as we go up the right and down the left. So the directionality of this is important, as it is with most of this tapping routine. Breathe. So when we know more and more from the science that when our gut health is good, our overall health is better and better. When our gut health not so good, when we're not digesting our food so well, it affects our whole system. So helping our digestion wake up like this. Now let's go the other way a few times. And breathe as you're doing this. Excellent. Now, stop for a moment. Sense and feel. Good. Now I'm going to have you tap, extend your legs out and tap right at where your legs meet your torso, the groin area or the leg gates. It's called the qua in Chinese. And this is a place, if you're sitting a lot, where a lot of stagnant, unmoving qi can get collected and it can cause back pain. So tapping here, right where the torso meets the legs, can be super helpful for our whole body, but especially with hip and back pain. So tapping in there. Good. And then I'm going to have you rhythmically slap the inner thigh and tap. Slap, tap, slap, tap, slap, tap, slap, tap. Like that. So to the leg gates and the inner thighs. And you don't have to do it as fast as I am. I do this a lot, so you could do it slower. Remember, underdo it, no more than 70% effort. Now, we're going to bring our hands, so the fingertips are forward, the thumbs are back on the waist, okay? And I want you to just breathe in so that the hands actually come further apart from one another. And then exhale, feel the hands, the fingers, and the thumb coming closer towards one another. Just do that a few times. Hands like right where a belt would be. And exhale. Inhale, feel your hands, feel the breath fill your lower torso and your hands come slightly farther apart. And exhale, feel them come closer together. This is very helpful also for our digestion. There is a meridian that runs right around the center of the body called the belt meridian. And when we direct our breath to it, it helps energize that meridian, which then feeds all the digestive organs and improves our digestion and our fiery furnace of our metabolism. Now, if you can reach behind you, so that means you want to sit kind of up on the edge of your chair. If you can reach behind you and tap your lower back. Tap your lower back a little bit. If you're standing up, tap your buttocks. Wherever you can reach on your buttocks, if you're sitting, tap that. This is very helpful for lower back pain. And now reach underneath. And if you're standing up, you can just go down the backs of the legs by bending the knees and folding forward. But we're going to sit and tap the backs of the legs, the backs of the knees, the backs of the thighs. Reach where you can, but don't overreach. Remember, less strain, more gain. Tap the tops of the feet if you can reach them. If you can't, just imagine tapping there. Come up the front of the legs. Now, outer hips, tapping. Down the outside of the legs. This gets your gallbladder meridian. Inside of the legs, you're tapping your liver. Your kidney. Come on up. And let's do that whole routine again. Start on the back, lower back and buttocks. Go down the backs of the legs. Up the front, outer hip, down the outside. Inside. Now come back to the belly. So we're just gonna kind of drum right under the navel a little bit. And as we do that, breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Tap at the heart like Tarzan. Tap of the belly again. And I'm going to say 3, 2, 1. And when I say 1, I want you to stomp down with one of your feet and make a sound like you were making a martial arts blow. Okay, kind of like a huh kind of sound. That sound in itself helps move the chi. So here we go. 3, 2, 1. Huh. Let's do it two more times. 3, 2, 1. Huh. Last time. 3, 2, 1. Huh. Now place your feet both on the floor. Take a few moments to sense and feel how that whole routine we just did of tapping all through the body to wake it up. Move the chi, make space for new chi. Notice how it feels. Again, noticing the sensations rather than evaluating so much good or bad or whatever. And then noticing, are you feeling more anxious and tense in your body? Are you feeling the same as when we started? Or are you feeling less than when we started? This is how we gauge which exercises are helpful for us, because it's different for every person. Now we're going to fill our tank. So we're going to draw our hands up and come down the center. Exhale. Like you're filling your tank that you've now made lots of space for, the fresh chi, and draw in fresh fuel into your system. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Great. So we're going to reach the arms out, all right, and do an exercise called competing dragons, okay? So we will turn one arm in and one arm out. Both palms rotate till they're in the facing upward position. And then we go back to neutral and we turn. And we go back to neutral. Turn, and you can lean a little bit in that direction. Extend the fingers. You can feel a spiral down the arms. Back to neutral. Turn. Back to neutral. Exhale. Release. Exhale. Inhale, relax. Exhale, extend. Inhale. Exhale. Extend. Back to neutral. Extend. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale through the nose. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. A couple more on each side. Feeling your way. If your arms get tired, put them down and rest, and then you can come back to it. Excellent. Now bring your arms down. Roll your shoulders up, down, and around. Up, down, and around. And breathe. Now tilt your head so that your chin is not jutting out, nor is it tucked way back, but just kind of neutral. And then tilt your head to the side and look into the corner of your eyes towards the ceiling, both eyes up. And as you do that, see if a yawn might come along. Kind of opening to having a yawn as you're looking up into the corner of your eyes. Head tilted, shoulders dropped. And see if there's a little yawn there, or maybe a big yawn to be had. Yawning helps release the nervous system and help it go out of fight flight into a calm state. And then let's do the other side. We're not pulling the neck down, just tilting the neck down in this neutral position. Both eyes look up towards the ceiling. And as you do that, open your jaw, just invite in a yawn. Helps release stress from the nervous system, reset. And now look up as far as you can without straining, down, up, down, up, down. Let's try right, left, right, left, right, left. Be gentle, right, left. All right. Let's take a moment again and just notice any shifts or changes. It's like we're giving ourselves medicine without any substance. We may begin to feel some changes happening. All right, now we're going to do we have just a few moments left. So we're going to help circulate the chi through our bodies so that we have a nice, even, smooth flow of chi. This first one, we're going to start with the hands in the lap with palms up. It's called Sage Holds Up the Heavens. We let the hands go up, flip over. Okay, palms come up, shoulders are dropped away from ears, elbows bent. And then we bring the hands back down the center and bring the palms up. Okay, so let's up, stretch in both directions. We're going to feel that tautness and then hands down. Let's do it a few times together. Inhaling, the arms, hands go up, flip over, hold the breath in for just a moment. Exhale, slowly release the breath through the nose. And hold the breath out for just a moment. Inhale. Hold the breath in for a moment. Exhale, hold the breath out for a moment. Inhale. Hold the breath in for a moment. Exhale, release the breath, slow, smooth, and easy. Flip the palms up, hold the breath out. Now we're going to just do one more exercise in order to circulate this chi flow through our bodies. Okay, it's like a fountain of chi that just so full that it's just overflowing. Okay, so we're going to bring the backs of our hands up the center and around and down, up the center, around and down. It's called the fountain for obvious reasons. Inhale as your hands come up, the backs of the hands are together. Exhale, palms down. Inhale, backs of the palms together, fingers down. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more of those. Now, with your palms up, we're going to harvest or store the chi in our bellies. That's where the biggest battery of chi is in our bodies. So in reaching up, just feel like you're drawing fresh spring chi into your body. Gather fresh spring chi and bring it right into our bodies. We are a part of nature, and Qigong practice is seasonal. It changes with the seasons. And we're at early spring now. So one more each side. Inhale, exhale as the hand comes down the center. Inhale, exhale as the hand comes down the center. Place your hands on your thighs. If you're seated, if you're standing, you can just let your hands be alongside your body. Lift up the back of your neck long and draw your chin in, and again, assess with a friendly kind of gaze. Assess how you're feeling. Notice if you feel your number on the physical pain or tension scale has gone up, down, or stayed the same. Without judgment, just notice. And then notice if your anxiety level or kind of psychological tension aspect, which you also feel in our bodies, if that's changed at all, if that's gone down, up, or stayed the same. I hope everybody's have gone down some. That's the idea. But this practice can be customized using particular practices that are good for each nervous system. That's why I often work one-on-one with people. So I'm going to stop now. I'm going to stop now and just see if there's any questions or comments. Feel free to come on mic and let me know if you have any questions or comments. It's time for that. I have a few minutes now. Hope you do.
Thank you. That was lovely.
Oh, thank you. Do you notice any changes?
Well, I think I haven't done it before. Some of the stretching was, it leaves me a little tight now, but I think with time it'll get better.
Yes, it will get better. Any other comments or questions? Anybody want to share what they notice in their own nervous system? There could be no wrong answer to that because everybody's different. Okay, well, if there aren't any questions or I'll look at the chat, but if there's aren't any questions or comments, I wish you a good day. I hope that you'll feel the benefits of this throughout the rest of the day. And if you're interested in learning more, practicing more with me, you can go to my website, robincarnes.com, or I put my email in my name thing here, qigongwithrobin@gmail. So I do teach regular classes and also work with individuals online and in person for anxiety and so on. So have a great day. Thank you for inviting me to participate in a Power Over Parkinson's event, and take good care.
Thank you, Robin, for leading us through a great workout this morning. And I'd like to thank everyone for attending this event brought to you by Power Over Parkinson's. We strive to bring meaningful programming to people with Parkinson's and their care partners. If you'd like to learn more about our foundation and offerings, please visit our website at www.poweroverpd.org. And thank you.
Thank you so much.